All right, this is his story. Debatably the best animator channel on YouTube, better than Zach D Films. I didn't know this, but there's another YouTuber who goes by the name Her Story, so the female version of his story. I don't know if it's like his girlfriend or... So let's begin. All right, so I asked Her Story to send me some of the best videos, something like that. I have no... All right, so these are the videos that she picked out. Let's start here.
My daughter came home holding candy, and I instantly asked, "Where'd you get that?" She just smiled. An old man was at the bus stop today. He gave it to us. Alarm bells started going.
Okay, this is most definitely His Story's mom, because that does not look like someone who would be dating the ginger heterochromic man. But then again, who knows? I'm gonna assume this is the ginger man's mother.
Off in my head. The next morning, I walked with her to the bus station.
Wait, did I understand that correctly? Did she say an old man gave her candy and she's about to eat it? Or did... Okay, wait, maybe we should take a step back. Hold on. What did I just witness?
My daughter came home holding candy, and I instantly asked, "Where'd you get that?" She just smiled. An old man was at the bus stop today. He gave it to us. Alarm bells started going off in my head. The next morning, I walked with her to the bus station. The man was standing there holding a bowl of candy. He just started handing them out, and I knew something had to be wrong. I grabbed my daughter's arm. "Wait, don't eat that."
All right, let's make a prediction. Is there something wrong with the candy? Is there something not wrong with the candy? Is this a lesson of not to judge a book by its cover? Is this a lesson to judge a book by its cover? What is the finalized prediction? My prediction is going to be that that old man is secretly Bo Jiden. That's about it. Either that or it's his story in 35 years. The ginger man. Sorry, let's keep it going.
Took it from her and checked it for anything bad. The man just smiled at me, but when Sadie's mom saw him, she panicked. "What are you giving my daughter? Stay away from her, you creep." He looked upset and just walked away without looking back.
It is Bo Jiden.
I was confused, but when he showed up the next day, Sadie's mom lost it. She started calling him a stalker and called the police. He tried to tell her he wanted to keep them safe, but she knew something had to be wrong. The police came and put him in handcuffs, but he kept saying he was keeping them safe.
Is that probable cause? Is that enough probable cause? Probably, right? I mean, you are giving candy to children and you're told not to. Is it probable cause? I don't know. Law by Mike, what are you saying about this?
Thought it was weird, but when I was watching the news that night, I couldn't believe it. Apparently he had a heart attack later that day, but they were saying he was a hero. Apparently his daughter was waiting for the bus playing too close to the road and got hit by a car. So the old man would go to bus stops and hand out her favorite candy to keep other kids away from the road. All he wanted to do was make sure none of us had to go through the same pain he did.
Well, I guess the moral of the story is don't judge a book by its cover, but also don't accept candy from strange old men. He was the local hero, but still probably not a good idea to eat random mysterious candy that says her on it. I'm not too sure if I've seen any candy in my human existence called her. I know Hershey's. Her, on the other hand, I don't know about that. All right, so far, our first impression, female version of his story. But is it his girlfriend? That's what we're gonna figure out. Or his sister, or his mother, or how are they related? Or is she just a clone? Who knows?
I was walking alone at night when a police officer started walking.
Now it's making sense. Now it's making sense. Ginger version of his story. Put a side-by-side picture real quick. Here's the ginger heterochromic man wearing the same fit. And now here is this individual wearing the same fit. They are siblings. Or are they? I don't know.
I was walking alone at night when a police officer started walking beside me and grabbed my arm. Don't react and keep walking. Someone's following you. I subtly turned around and saw a man in a dark hood 30 feet behind me, matching my pace. I stopped for a second and he instantly leaned against the wall, trying to seem discreet. The officer told me to stay calm and walk with him. He guided me forward, gripping my arm so tight I couldn't pull away even if I wanted to. I kept glancing back and the man was now closer. That's when he walked through.
Hold on. You're a cop. If you're even there, that should be enough for people to be like, okay, I'm not going to do anything bad. I'm not trying to get 5 stars off the rip. So my prediction here, I'm sussing the cop. The cop and this dude are accomplices and they are working together. Watch this. You ready for this? Watch.
To a streetlight, and the light shined down on something metallic sticking from his pocket. My whole body went cold. I pressed closer to the officer and told him what I saw. He nodded and said, "Don't worry, we'll get you home. You're safe with me." But then he started steering us away from the lit-up main road and onto a darker sidewalk, almost like he was leading me somewhere specific. That, plus his grip on my arm, made me feel uneasy. But when I turned around, the man was now walking straight at me, holding the metallic object and no longer trying to be discreet. I knew I had no choice but to trust the officer. I told him the man was closer, and he looked around, pointing to an alleyway nearby. This cuts through to the other side of the street. You can call a cab from there. He gripped my arm even tighter and pulled.
You're a cop. The guy is walking around in public with a knife. I'm gonna be right about this. They are accomplices. Because he could so easily be like, taser, taser, put your gun away or knife away. But he's not. Just a bare hand grabbing onto the ginger heterochromic man's sister. Something's not adding up here. He is an op, quite literally.
I was about to just go with it, but then I saw a taxi sitting 50 feet in front of me with its light on.
Oh, the taxi's also in on this.
But his grip tightened. The man is still too close and the alleyway is safer. He tried pulling me again, but I yanked my arm free and sprinted toward the cab. He reached for me again, but I was too far away. I got in and locked the door, shaking and unsure what to even think. Then 3 weeks later, I was watching the morning news, and my coffee slipped out of my hands. 2 men were arrested for the murder of a woman. The officer who grabbed my arm and the man in the hood. They worked together. The man followed her at night, and the officer lured her into an alleyway under the guise of safety. The woman who trusted the officer never came home to her kids.
What can I say? I'm ahead of my time. What can I say? Future observations hockey. All right, so in 2 situations, the individual went home and watched the news. Is that like a theme that occurs? Because so far we're 2 for 2 of her story going home and watching the news and then having the twist all reveal itself. You know what I'm saying? The math is not mathing here. All right, hold on. Let me check out this channel. I want to see how good it's doing compared to his story because I'm walking in on this blindly. All right, so it's doing about 1 billion views a month already. Ridiculous. The shorts, not as frequent as his story. His story uploads every 2 hours. This person uploads every 4 hours. Interesting. Views are still crazy. All right, it looks like this individual is directly competing with his story. Okay, and the long forms are also going pretty crazy as well. What I want to know is, are these 2 siblings? Or are they together? What is the relationship between his story and her story? What is their story? Is that going to be the next channel? Their story? Let's see if it exists. Oh, wait. No, wait. Okay. Well, there's my video. That's cool. His story. So his story is getting 300 million views a week. Her story is doing 200 million views a week. Intéressant.
My son ripped open his birthday present, saw the PS5, and pushed it to the side. Mom, I said I wanted a PC.
It's Chester. Chester's back at it again. Somebody. Not gonna be me, though.
I picked up the box. If you don't want it, you're not getting anything at all. He crossed his arms. Fine. I don't even want that crappy PS5. All my friends have PCs. That PS5 took me 3 months of overtime and skipped lunches to save for. So I grabbed it and drove straight to the store. My son was about to find out what ungrateful gets you. I was standing in the return line when I noticed a kid about 9 by the game shelf, holding a PS5 case with both hands like it was made of gold. He ran to his mom, who had cigarette burns on her jacket and bags under her eyes. Mom, you gotta see this. She put her hand on his shoulder. We can't afford that baby. I'm sorry. He put the case back on the shelf, ran his fingers across it one more time, and walked away.
Pause. Did you guys see what I just saw? $5 for a PS5? What do you mean? $2? Yo, that's a crazy sale going on. I'm pretty sure if you're at a gaming store, chances are you probably have $5 to spend on a whole PS5. Or you could at least mathematically break down why this is such a good idea to purchase. Because if you're getting it for $5, at the most, if you don't want it, just sell it. And then all of a sudden you make 200 times the profit. Where is the brain of this lady?
It one more time and walked away. I stepped out of the return line because I'd rather give it to a kid who
Also, she worked 3 months of overtime for 5. Okay, never mind. Just never mind. Math isn't mathing.
My son think he'd ever get it back. I grabbed the game he'd been holding, bought it with the PS5, and caught them in the parking lot. His mom saw the bag and shook her head before I could say a word. We don't take charity. She took her son's hand and started walking. I pulled out my phone and FaceTimed my son so he could watch what his PS5 was about to do for someone else. I held the bag out one more time. It's not charity. Santa sent me. She stopped walking. Her son pulled his hand free and walked back to me. He opened the bag and his whole body froze. Mom, a PS5! Mom, a PS5! She grabbed my arm with both hands and couldn't get any words out. My son on the other end of the phone was screaming and slamming his fists on his bed. The kid stopped mid-jump and stared at my phone. Is he okay? I smiled. Yeah, he's just really happy for you.
Yeah, Chester, he is the worst character in all of his stories videos. Like, easily number 1. Every time I see Chester's face amongst the 20 plus videos I've seen of his story, something triggers inside of my brain. It's like the facial expressions mixed with the facial details. It just looks like somebody dislikable. And I feel like her story and his story do a very good job of articulating that emotion that the viewer is supposed to feel. Because I'll be honest, I hate